I'm the founder and chief executive officer at Teach for Kenya, an organization that exists to champion sustainable development goal 4, and that's quality education for all Kenyan children. Actually, we say quality and inclusive education for all Kenyan children. So we do this by running a 2-year paid teaching fellowship that recruits, trains, and places graduates in our country's most underprivileged schools. We serve children primarily from low-income communities, and in those communities you have issues such as poverty, which is one of the key issues, sexual reproductive health, a lack of knowledge in that sector, period poverty, sexual gender-based violence, unstable homes, alcoholic parents, nutritional and health challenges. And so in order for us to really remove the barriers that prevent Kenyan children from unlocking their full potential, we need to address all of these issues. We recruit from diverse academic backgrounds, and so you don't have to be a teacher to join our program. We always say we are a leadership development program and not a teacher staffing program. We work in partnership with government, and so we believe that the work that the TSC is doing is very valuable, and so we wouldn't want to duplicate efforts, and we would want to complement the work that they are doing. And so we're bringing in graduates who are passionate, who are agile, who are looking to really improve educational outcomes for these children to change the trajectory of their lives. We're working in schools where we have large classroom sizes up to the size of 134 students per classroom. If you have one teacher in a classroom dealing with 134 students, there are definitely students that are going to be left behind. So this help from our fellows is actually really welcome by the teachers who are in that school. And our fellows go there to learn from them and continue to grow their knowledge in how they can improve their schemes of work, they can improve their lesson plans, they can improve their service delivery in the schools. And we have monthly continuous professional development sessions for these fellows where we also invite the system teachers to attend these sessions. We don't look at this as competition. We look at this as collaboration. We look at this as an opportunity to work together to accelerate the pace of the work that we are trying to do in schools. The most unique thing about our fellowship is actually what's happening here today, capstone projects. So in the second year of fellowship, each of our fellows is required to do what is called a capstone project in order to complete their fellowship program successfully. They go into the community, they identify one of these barriers that is preventing Kenyan children from unlocking their full potential, design a solution in partnership with community, and roll it out. And so the number of projects we've run in the community is directly proportional to the number of fellows we've placed in the community. So this year we have about 100 projects being pitched, and 15 of them will win funding. This is funding that we make available as an organization, but we partner with organizations like Deloitte also to support entrepreneurship building at the organization.
How I heard about Teach for Kenya was through a friend. I have a friend. So he sent me this link and was like, oh, there's this organization that is hiring and you could apply for this fellowship. It looks like something you can do. And well, for the longest, I've been passionate about giving back to the community. But you know, when you're fresh from uni and you really are gray about a lot of things, and even how you want to give back to the community is not really exactly set. But when he sent it, I went through the application, I went to their social media pages, see what they do. It looked like something I can do. You know, they were making change in the education space, and that's something I'm passionate about. When you walk into the school, of course, you'll be assigned a class. So you're expected to do everything that a system teacher does. So if the syllabus says you cover up to here, you're supposed to cover up to there. Now, the difference between the system teachers with TFK fellows is that for fellows, our primary concern is the impact we have on the learners. So in everything we do, our primary goal is not to finish up a syllabus and prepare the most amazing exams and give results with, no, our primary goal is to make sure each learner is actually learning. And you're bringing out these skills such as self-efficacy, leadership, and you're creating a lifelong learner. A learner who will want to learn even in years to come, simply because Teacher Mafak walked into that class and they loved learning from that point going forth.
I heard of Teach for Kenya in my third year in campus, where they had come to the campus activations that they always do. So by that time we had a career week and they were invited, and that is where I learned about Teach for Kenya. I loved what they were doing and got interest to join it. The fellowship actually provides opportunities for the learners in the low-income area schools, because with the experiences we've seen is that those learners in those schools lack access to lots of resources. They even lack access to someone who can talk to them, ask them what is the problem, someone who can tell them that it's okay to have these days when you feel like you don't want to come to school or you don't want to learn. It's okay for you to express your issues. So Teach for Kenya, as the fellowship Teach for Kenya and the organization placing fellows in the school, it really brings out the aspect of reducing these education inequalities in the low-income area schools, because most of the schools which are not in the low-income area schools get to easily access these things. So when Teach for Kenya comes in and places fellows in the school, they do bridge the gap, because the fellows now go to the schools and now fill in the gaps with their innovations and their projects.
I think what the Kenyan government can do, they are already doing for us. And we are really grateful for the support that the Ministry of Education in particular has given us since we launched this program. We work very closely with them. Every year we do a joint monitoring and evaluation exercise where they're able to tell us what's going well in our program and what we need to improve, and they work with us to be able to improve those things. I would believe that as an entrepreneur, I find it hard to say, like, you know, what can the government do? Because in my case, it has been very different, and I've seen the support and what can happen when government is supporting your work. That's why the organization in just 6 short years has been able to scale across 3 counties, and we are even planning to scale to Wajir, a relationship that Nairobi County government helped us build. And so I would say my message really would be more to private organizations and entrepreneurs: seek out the government. There's so much support, there's so much that you can learn, just to ensure, especially for education organizations, that the work that you're doing is directly contributing to national education outcomes, and you are prioritizing national education priorities as well.